Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Kent. I'm Reverend Stephen, minister of this congregation. Thank you for joining us this morning as we gather once again, a spiritual community seeking to be diverse and inclusive as we inspire love, work for justice, and grow together in community. And once again, welcome.
Open doors, smiling faces, we're all one from different places. So come on in, welcome home. The light of love is in everyone. Here we are, ready to go, searching now inside the soul. Loving hearts and loving words, learning how to live and grow. We are reaching out, near and far, and we're finding out just who we are. Loving hearts with opening minds, we're gracious people on a journey to find the precious beauty, the light inside. We're growing together every day of our lives. Here we are, ready to go, searching now inside the soul. Loving hearts and loving words, learning how to live and grow. We are reaching out, near and far, and we're finding out just who we are as we travel this road together. In a world that's torn and tethered, but the love in our hearts make it better. And we'll never stand alone. Our faith is like a fountain. It's for always and forever. It's flowing like a river, and it always leads us home. It always leads us home. Open doors, smiling faces, we're all one.
In his book, The Never-Ending Story, Michael Ende describes the fantasy world of Fantasia slowly being devoured by a malevolent force called the Nothing. The only hope to save the land lies in the hands of a child who must go on a quest and find a cure that will hopefully save the world and the threat of the Nothing. When the people of the land learn that a child is their only hope, they fall into despair because they do not believe that a child is strong enough. Well, I would argue that those people were certainly not Unitarian Universalist religious teachers. Because if they were, they would know that children are some of the best guides on this journey of life. Jason Cook writes, "We are seekers on a quest to discover truth and meaning. Sometimes we think we've found it, but truth has a way of coming in disguise. Sometimes wearing rags, sometimes finery, but so often cloaked from our immediate sight. And sometimes that which we have rejected, that which we have let go of or decided was only for others, but not us, can be our teacher. Let our time of worship be an acknowledgement of the never-ending journey towards truth and meaning and our appreciation of those we learn from along the way. Now, I would add only one thing to Jason's words. Sometimes the truth comes from the wisdom of a child. Let's create our own never-ending story this morning. Come, let us quest together.
We join Unitarian Universalists across the country in lighting a chalice, an invitation to continue our ongoing search for the light of truth within us and among us, a light to guide us on our journey as a community toward freedom, and a reminder that we are all interconnected in the great web of existence of which we are each a beloved part. As I light our shared chalice, I invite you to light your home chalice. Now let's join in the words our children use in their religious education classes to light the chalice. We light this chalice because we are Unitarian Universalists. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. This is the church that cares for the earth and each other. And we're going to do those words again. Colleen?
I invite you now to switch to gallery view and turn your videos on while we do this together. All right, kiddos. We light this chalice because we are Unitarian Universalists. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. This is the church that cares for the earth and each other.
Our children and youth are going to continue their religious education adventures, but they would not be possible without those who give of themselves each week, teaching and leading our children and youth. So this morning, we're taking time to commission and bless those giving of themselves this year as guides and mentors in the shared journey of faith through religious education and the Our Whole Lives program. So to bless them, we ask you, our beloved community, to respond with these words: it is my work, it is our work. Thank you for the gift of your presence. Now, these words have gestures as well. I'm going to repeat them and share the gestures with you. It is my work. It is our work. Thank you for the gift of your presence. It is important for our children to know that they are cared for, to know they are part of a larger family, an important part of a bigger human picture. So together we say, it is my work. It is our work. Thank you for the gift of your presence.
It is important for our children to believe in themselves, to trust in themselves, to know that they can make a difference. Let us say, it is our work, my work, it is our work. Thank you for the gift of your presence.
It is important for our children to know our story, to carry our principles into the world, and to live them in their daily lives. So to help them, we say together, it is my work, it is our work. Thank you for the gift of your presence.
It is important for our children to be comfortable in their faith and to respect the faith of others and to live with compassion, integrity, service, and joy. We say, it is my work, it is our work. Thank you for the gift of your presence. Beloved teachers, may you learn as much as you teach. May you find new depth for your own personal spiritual journey. May you plant seeds that will flower in unexpected ways. May you know that this congregation holds your ministry in deep regard and with great respect. May the spirit of love and mystery move with and through you. May it be so. Thank you. Hey there, kiddos. I cannot believe how fast this summer flew right by. You know what I mean? Now we're starting a whole new church year and you're all back to school. And I wonder, what things do you like about the new school year? I also wonder, what things do you wish were different? Last year, I talked to you about being brave as you faced a totally new kind of school year. And I gotta say, I am so proud of you and how you handled all of those big changes last year. That was super hard stuff, and you made it. You got through it. Go you. This year, school is going to be different again. Many of you are back to school in person for the very first time in a year and a half, and there are new rules to learn and new teachers and new faces in the hallways. Some families are homeschooling, some for the very first time, and some of our kiddos are at the very beginning of their journey in preschool or kindergarten, and they're learning a whole new routine. No matter which of these your family is choosing or journeying, these things are going to be different. And I gotta tell you, sometimes when things change, it makes me a little nervous. Does that ever happen to you? It's okay to be nervous. And it's okay to not be sure about this new school year. And it's okay to be excited too, or even a little bit of both. I want you to know that you are strong and brave and you have got this. You know how I know? Because you faced big changes before and you were successful. One of the cool things about this community is how dedicated they are to you, our children and youth. In this community, there are people that you know, and there are people that you might not have even met yet. But every single one of them has your back and is cheering for you. We love you, and we will be with you this school year. We will be with you, holding you in our hearts as you adventure through the year. And we are here to celebrate your success and support you when you need a helping hand. And you can remember us whenever you need us, because we're going to bless your backpacks now. And we have a special tag for you. You can pick it up today at the church from 12:30 to 2. Or if you can't make it, that's okay. We'll mail it to you through the snail mail, and it'll arrive in about a week or so. Hey, Stephen, would you say a blessing for our children and youth?
Sure. I want to use these words by Maureen Killeran. May each person's backpack be their friend. So as I bless your backpack or a bag or a wallet or a purse, whatever you may carry things in, I invite you to hold that close. Spirit of life and hope and love. For many of us, school has started or it begins soon. Some of us are excited about new beginnings. We are eager to start a new school year. Some of us are homeschooled and we have new beginnings too. A new year means new subjects, new levels of things we'll be expected to do. Some of us are excited about new beginnings. Spirit of life be with everyone who is looking forward to what lies ahead. Some of us are nervous about what's coming. Some of us are scared. Some of us try hard to be big and brave, and that's not always easy. Spirit of life be with everyone who is nervous about what lies ahead. May each person's backpack or purse or bag or wallet be a friend, reminding you that you are unique and special and very okay. May your backpack or bag or purse or wallet hold special things to help you remember how strong you are and remind you of the people who believe in you and will love you always. Spirit of life be with all of us, especially our young people. Help them remember their values and let their lives be guided by the principles of our shared faith. Now may this year, this new year, be for each one of us filled with adventures and fun and special joys. And may love be with our young people and with all of us this day and every day. And may all of us know that here in this community, you can find the hands of friends. May it be so. Have a great school year, and we're rooting for you. Now, to begin our great adventure, let's sing together. Come sing a song with me. This is a poem titled Life, and it's by John Mark Green. Set fire to all your maps. Forget how it's always been. We're explorers of the heart, learning to dream again. The adventure of a lifetime with love alone as our guide, exotic places beyond imagination, ones we've longed for deep inside. We have our guides for this adventure of a lifetime. We've packed our special charm for good luck. We have companions for the journey, each other. Love will be our guide, taking us exotic places beyond our imaginations, or perhaps the very places our imaginations have been longing to take us. As the poem said, we're explorers of the heart, learning to dream again. Now it's time to begin. Are you ready? This adventure will be very participatory. We'll need your help to create it together, and there will be lots of opportunities to participate. So to begin with, we need something to travel. What should we use to start our adventure? Should it be an air balloon or a yellow submarine? Use the chat box to vote so we can decide. Balloon, all right. Submarine, air balloon, yellow submarine, definitely balloon, submarine. Submarine, air balloon. Submarine's too confining. A balloon, air balloon, a yellow balloon. Oh, only us. Submarine. Well, you know what? a subballoon. Miss Michelle, what's your vote? An air marine. Michelle says a yellow submarine, and so it is. Let's get on board and get our adventure underway. Our submarine has taken us now as far as we can go. We've explored the depths of the oceans and mysterious lakes where creatures swim. We've watched the dolphins play and leap out of the water, and the majestic whales glide through the water. At the bottom of the ocean, we've seen occasional columns and sculptures from ancient civilizations that are only remembered in legends and stories. But now it is time to land and continue our journey on foot. Let's put on our backpacks and unroll a beautiful parchment map that will guide us on this next part of our adventure. We sing as we travel songs of hope and songs of being together. We're looking at the map. We're not sure what is ahead of us, though. Oh, dear. Is it the desert of despair, or is it the water of woe? Please use the chat box to share your wisdom and tell us what that map says. We got one for water. Michelle says, hi, Hunter. Hi, Justin. So water or desert? Okay, one for the desert, water, water, desert, water, water, water. A lot of water. Okay. Desert, it will be harder for the sub. Well, we've parked the sub and we're not going to use it anymore. But we'll figure it all out. Okay, it looks like the water of woe has won. The water of woe is a dark and damp place full of sadness and sorrow. If you listen carefully, the wind blowing through barren dead trees sounds like a moan. No living thing grows there. It will be a struggle to cross, and the water will tempt you to just stop and not get moving again. But on our map, there's something that says, to cross the water of sorrow and woe, there is a secret you must know. Build a bridge if you will dare. Build a way with compassion and care. One of the most important things to do on any adventure is to care for our spirits. The bridge of compassion and care is the heart of our community, offering one another kindness and support when we are struggling, and sharing the joys and goodness that life brings too. We're going to pause now from our journey for a time of stillness. In the silence, let's reflect on our lives. Take time to connect with the love that is the very heart of life itself. And remember, once again, we are connected to each other and all of life. So let's enter some silence. Life is a mystery that brings many things. Part of our experience is struggle and loss. In the spirit of being a community of compassion and care, we take time now to share the sorrows, struggles, and losses that are in our hearts right now. So I invite you to use the chat box to share sorrows, struggles, and losses, and I'll read them out loud. We send our prayers for healing to our music director, Hal, who is struggling with his chronic illness. Michelle Boris shares that Jesse Cannon needs to go through another round of cancer treatment as the first did not put him into remission. We send loving energy and light his way. Judy Dio says, my sister Amanda, a hospital caseworker in Arkansas, tested positive for COVID. We send our wishes for safe, healing, and good health for her. Raven Luna Black Raven shares, struggling to find housing in Ohio. We'll be there first part of October. We send our wishes for luck with finding a new home. Kathy saw Kailani share the continued stress and pressures of working retail amidst a pandemic. Some wishes for peace and for safety. Now let's enter into a spirit of prayer and reflection together. Spirit, that is life and love itself. You who are all of life, the love that embraces and sustains us, the love that will not let us go. We gather now in prayer to hold all who are in need of love, compassion, support, and care, those we've named, those who are in our hearts and thoughts. We pray for those who are sick and suffering, those who are in pain, either in body or in spirit, those who struggle with addiction. May they find healing and wholeness. We pray for those who are lonely or isolated, those who are grieving, for the victims of any kind of abuse or violence. May they find connection, comfort, peace, and strength. As we remember the tragic events of 9/11 20 years ago yesterday, we pause to grieve those lost to violence, to hold in our hearts the families that are missing a parent or sister or son or sibling, to lament the suffering that has followed every day since, to remember the true cost of war, and to dare to hope, yes, hope for a future of peace and justice for all people. And we pray for ourselves too, as each of us faces life's challenges, losses, and struggles. May we remember that we are not alone, that we are held by this community and by love itself. May this knowledge guide us in the ways of compassion, kindness, and love for ourselves, for one another, and for all of life. And may it be so. Our lives also bring joy, wonder, and awe. We've experienced moments this week that lifted our spirits. Let's use the chat box now to share these things with each other. Michelle Boris remembers all the kiddos who are so comfortable in their masks, they walk all the way home wearing them and don't even notice. Good for them. Trudy Deal says, Charles and I celebrated our 10th wedding anniversary. Congratulations. And Trudy's also relieved that her dad finally got a COVID vaccine. Yay, may he be safe. Abby Curris, I turned 12 and got my vaccine, getting the second dose soon. Yay, Abby, that's wonderful. Larry says, happy birthday, Bev, even though I miss you terribly. We remember and honor her memory and are thinking of you, Larry. Now, with gratitude for these and every blessing, including watching grandson Sam compete in cross country yesterday and winning a medal. Congrats, Kathy. For the gift of life itself, for the companionship of one another on our journeys and adventures, for the deep waters of this community that bless us, we say, Amen.
May the blessings of sweet planet Earth shine on everyone, and may we all see the light within. May the love we're sharing spread its wings, fly across the earth, and bring new joy to every soul that is alive. Blessings of sweet planet Earth shine on everyone, and may we all see the light within. May the love we're sharing spread its wings, fly across the earth, and bring new joy to every soul that is alive. Blessings of sweet planet Earth shine on everyone, and may we all see the light within, within, within. May the love we're sharing spread its wings, fly across the earth, and bring new joy to every soul that is alive.
It's time to continue our journey. The map shows there is some kind of a strange place ahead. It looks like a deserted city with ancient temples and shrines. What is this place? Is it the ruins of a great civilization? As we find our way through, there's someone or something singing a song. Where do we come from? Where are we going? Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. And all of a sudden, standing in front of us, blocking our way, is a fearsome creature with a body, tail, and back legs of an eagle, of a lion, the head and wings of an eagle, and an eagle's claws as its front feet. It's the legendary griffin. Its wings are spread and the animal is huge. Although scary, it's also a powerful and majestic creature. The old tales tell of an animal that guards priceless possessions and that which is sacred, including wisdom. What do we do now? There's nothing on the map to help us. Halt! Roars the griffin. I am Golden Wing, guardian of this sacred place and its treasures. You may go no further without answering my riddle. There are 2 questions you must answer. Oh dear, we can't go on without answering the riddle. What shall we do? Should we ask the griffin for his riddle? We do want to continue our journey, so we better ask. Here are my questions, says the griffin. What needs a flame, but does not burn? You need it for any journey. And my second question is this: what is the cup that can never be full and keeps growing? You need it as well. So let's use the chat box to provide some answers. What do you think? What needs a flame but does not burn? What is the cup that can never be full and keeps growing? Any ideas? What needs a flame but does not burn? Amber Weeby says a combustion engine. Nope. Calvin Gibson says a lantern. Nope. Kira says desire. Getting closer. Kevin says stomach and heart. Marilee and Kevin. Becky Haynes says love. You're getting closer. Mike, Stephanie, Benny, and Katie say chalice. Riley says a torch. Max Grubb says passion. Hope. Trudy Deal, fire of commitment. That's the answer to the first question. Now, what is the cup that can never be full and keeps growing? Love cup, says the Wakefield family. Nice idea. Raven Luna Black Raven says our heart. Well, keep thinking, what is that cup that can never be full and keeps growing? Buttercup. Very funny, Trish. We're not going anywhere until we answer. The cup of knowledge, getting closer. Cup of human kindness. Almost. Life. Almost. Someone must know. Learning, not quite. The cup that can never be full and keeps growing. Wisdom, getting closer. Cup of hope, cup of compassion. Wisdom, community. Jennifer Gregg got it. Yes, it is the chalice of community. You have solved the riddle. You may continue your journey, said the griffin. Good luck. May your adventures take you to very places your hearts are longing to go. What a day full of adventures it has been. It's time to stop for the night. We'll set up camp now, have some supper, and hang around the fire for a story. I invite Colleen to share our story with us.
Gather round, everyone. As we hunker down for the night, I will prepare for you on this very campfire a recipe. This recipe was created by Reverend Margaret Weiss, a recipe for resilience. This recipe has been tweaked over time, so adjust as necessary. Sometimes it yields more servings than anticipated, and sometimes it needs a bit more of this ingredient or that. It comes from generations who have gone before, and I've added my own flavor along the way. A recipe for resilience. 1 part courage, 2 parts tears of failure and doubt. 1 part deep listening, 1 part each of both silence and laughter. A dash of trust, a pinch of wonder, a heaping scoop of naps and snacks. And in a separate bowl, mix together family, friends, and those who challenge you to be your best self, those with whom you disagree. Add slowly to the larger pot, add a bay leaf for, well, whatever it is that bay leaves do, and let's simmer for as long as you need, which is often longer than you realize or anticipate. Keep the heat at an even temperature, hot enough to cook throughout, but not so hot that it burns the bottom. This can be served at room temperature, warm, or even cold if necessary. Serve alongside your favorite soft blanket, dog, cat, or other soft item. Make often. Share with others. Hold on to those leftovers. You'll need them after a long day that challenges your soul. Now settle in, my dear adventurers, for tomorrow is the day we have been waiting for. This is the final leg of our journey. The greatest challenge lies ahead, the rolling fog. Tales of the fog sent chills down the spine of people young and old. The fog, it was said, could destroy the good in people and leave emptiness in its wake. Elders in the community told stories of a time when it destroyed whole villages and left them in ruins. It causes great sadness, injustice, and destruction wherever it goes, and we have been called to fight it. What could it be? What is this rolling fog? Tell me in the chat box what you think the rolling fog represents. What are some of your ideas? Hate. Riley says hate. Lois says doubt. Reverend Stephen, war. Kira says the fog of fear. Ginny, racism and other injustice, fear and uncertainty. The pandemic, thinking you're better than others, discrimination, climate change, misinformation, confusion, apathy, inequality, meanness. Oh, there is a great unsettling feeling rippling through us right now. This is a formidable foe. This fog of inequality and meanness and war and injustice and oppression, it's too strong. But just then, as we were afraid and grumbling, we hear a loud and commanding voice say, "You have the tools you need." We look around. We can't figure out who said that. And then we look up and it's a tree. What? A talking tree? Hang in there with me. This is my story. I'm telling it. It's a talking tree. The great oak continues. You have the tools you need to fight the rolling fog. You have had them all along. And just then, we turned to see the fog roll over the top of the great hill, and a creature with sharp teeth and thick, seemingly impenetrable skin appeared at the center of it, and it snarled, and it drooled, and it crouched as if prepared to attack. And once again, worry crept through all of us and took hold. And then one small child ran to the front of the group at the bottom of the great hill and turned to face us. Remember what the tree said. We have the tools we need. We will do what we can. We will stay together, and we will not let the fog separate us. The group took a collective breath and began to relax, and then began to cheer, and the energy returned. No longer were we exhausted and broken. No. In fact, we were revived and ready, because it was then, in that moment, that the fire of commitment was ignited in all of us. And that small child lifted up the chalice of community into the sky to lead our way into the battle of fighting this injustice and oppression everywhere. Standing side by side and walking forward toward the fog together, each of us knew that the battle would be long and hard, but you know what? We were ready. The end. Well, you might be thinking, what? That's the end? What happened in the battle? Did we win? What happened next? Well, dear ones, what happens next is up to us, right? Just like the never-ending story, our story continues too. This year in RE, we will start a new chapter of our story. We will continue our journey together and explore all the ways in which we can share love and care and compassion with our world. We will deepen our connections to each other and to the world around us. We will spend some of our time outside together and some of our time virtually still. And we will use our voices. At our children's annual meeting, it was decided that we will answer the call of justice by raising money for a local community organization that serves LGBTQIA+ children, youth, and families. And we will write to our politicians to end oppressive laws that injure and harm our trans siblings. And we will educate ourselves and our community on the issues that children and youth in the LGBTQIA+ community are facing today. Our road ahead might have a few challenges, but we will face those challenges together. And I promise there will be much joy and fun to be had along the way. Your teachers and I are excited to journey with you this year, and I hope you are too. So what do you think? Should we get started? Come on, let's go.
Our journey is possible, and it continues as we thrive in our shared life of worship, community, religious education, and ministry because of your generosity, the gifts of your time, money, and energy that each of you so generously give. Thank you. We want to help others in our community thrive too, so we give to agencies and organizations in Kent and beyond that serve those in need. In September, we are raising money for the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee's Emergency Response Fund call for the Haiti earthquake. The UUSC has been in contact with long-term grassroots partners in Haiti and will support them as they respond to the most urgent needs, especially in the communities that are facing oppression and lack access to resources and services. So in the spirit of gratitude for the gift of one another in this community, our collective wisdom for the journey, and for the abundance that makes our generosity possible, let's give and receive the offering as a sign of our shared commitment to the life and work of this community and beyond. Yay, Benny, thank you. Now to bring our worship to its close, would you join me in extinguishing the chalice? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. May we carry these in our hearts and minds until we are together again. Life does call us on. These words are by the Reverend John O'Donohue. May our minds come alive today to the invisible geography that invites us to new frontiers, to break the dead shell of yesterdays, to risk being disturbed and changed. May we have the courage today to live the lives that we would love, to postpone our dreams no longer, but to do at last what we came here for and waste our hearts on fear no more. And now, as adventures beckon us with possibilities and we continue our journey together, whether by yellow submarine or by air balloon or however we're traveling, together as a community of possibility and hope, ready to do what we came here to do. Let's go forth in peace and joy to continue inspiring love, seeking justice, and growing in community. May it be so. Blessed be. Amen. And I see the light in you.